The Sandy and Toddcast is a Mind Garden Media podcast in association with
Screw You, Todd
Productions. Oh my gosh, here we go.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Let the craziness commence. Thirsty Thursday has returned, and this time it's the Halloween edition.
It's the Ghosttober edition. Get it right.
That's right. Oh,
if you're going to steal that from Discovery Plus, and we're going to be, taking the trial over it, at least get it right.
No, we're not. No, we're not. The Ghosttober / Halloween, not slasher Halloween, although it could be.
Yeah.
Edition.
So, what we got planned for you tonight in just a bit is we're going to get all of the people who are close to us, who have been on the show and stuff before. Hey, Betsy, thanks for being here tonight. To say hi and talk a little bit tonight, mainly about Halloween movies. That's where we're going to go.
That's going to be fun because everybody has their opinion. Everybody has an opinion on scary movies. The good ones, the bad ones, the ugly ones, the slasher ones, you name it. Everybody has an opinion. So, and with this cast of characters, literally, it's going to be so much fun tonight.
So I don't know. And later on, we've got match games. So we're going to play Halloween match game. I literally had to go through video of the 1970s match games to get actual questions about Halloween stuff. So I did my research by watching Gene Rayburn and Brett Summers and Charles Nelson Riley and Richard Dawson and Betty White over and over and over. But I think I've got what I need. So
yeah, but it wasn't like torture for you. You absolutely love that show.
Listen, that's where I think that's where my
did you just say listen?
Maybe.
But listen.
You're rubbing off on me. Listen. You don't know shit.
That's right.
But I think that's where my love of the color orange came from, because the set was orange. So I love everything orange. And of course, it's a Halloween color and all that kind of stuff too. So
yeah. So good job. Thank you.
This is funny. Oh, we actually have somebody else just joining us now who I think probably forgot that he was on.
Would that have been
Drew?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
we'll get to him in just a little bit. And then we're going to make fun of each individual person that we pull up and have some fun. Oh, your wine came.
My wine was delivered by Dave from downstairs.
So if you don't already know, she's got Dave wrapped around her finger. If she says jump, he says where and how high, dear.
Listen, I ask him nicely and he does nice things. That's not wrapped around my finger.
Poor guy's got to go to every cemetery within a 2,500 mile radius of their house so that she can walk around and touch things and see if she feels anything,
I don't really. The only time I touch the stones is
if it's Augusta Gein from Ed Gein's cemetery.
No. Well, that one I did. But no, usually if it's a veteran, I might touch the stone and say thank you for your service and things like that. But I don't go around touching the gravestones. I don't feel a need to. I just don't feel a lot of energy in cemeteries. Not like that kind of energy. So, meh.
Well, with that being said, we've got a lot going on this month. In a couple of days, we'll have a live cast next week with Gina Koch.
Yes.
And it's going to be an amazing live cast. But more importantly, too, before that, you and I had sessions with Gina. So we did past life regression, I think is what they call it.
Well, the past life regression, I think, I always want to say transgression, which is not the word, is sort of like where she kind of puts you under a little bit, under hypnosis. This to me felt more like a cleansing. She talked to our guides that came forth and she cleansed us. She, along with help from the spirit guides, cleared our chakras, took care of things that were left over from some of our previous lives, which I thought was fascinating. And we'll get into that more next week. But just really, really cool stuff.
It was cool. The one thing I will share tonight is my animal guide is a bear.
And I see that. Mine is a hawk. Mine is a hawk.
Lisa's giving you one of those. You think it's a bear, Lisa? She's over there laughing her ass off. We'll bring out Lisa Hale in a bit.
Yep.
We're going to start bringing everybody out here in no particular order. It doesn't mean we love somebody more than the other person.
Yeah, we better say that.
But we may bring Lisa out last just because. But I do want to say something. As the Sandy and Toddcast, we started this in January-ish, first of the year, right?
Yeah. Audio portion was around January. Yeah.
We started doing some videos and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of this podcast, we have a huge announcement. I hope it's something that it will be exciting for people. We will find out.
Yeah.
We will find out.
It was exciting for me. It was very nice for me.
Yeah, it was exciting. I think you were kind of blown away with the information. So we'll get to that a little bit later on. But right now on the live cast, let's start bringing some people out. Let's do it. Let's start with the guy who entered the room last. We just did his podcast this week. Dudes with Brews on a Porch. Drew Glaeser is here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Hi, Drew.
Hi, Drew.
How are you?
Did you forget about us?
No.
Not at all.
I'm messing with my mixer.
That's what they all. Is that what they call it nowadays?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm messing with my mixer. Yeah, that's what it is. Drew, thanks for being on with us tonight. We're going to talk movies and play match games. So make sure you've got your pencil and your piece of paper. If you don't,
I got it.
Perfect. Awesome. And in the other corner, his counterpart is Lisa Hale. There she is.
Oh,
Look
there
at her.
she is.
What's up, girl?
Hey, how you doing, Drew?
Doing well.
I'm just going to let them get their flirtiness out of the way right away.
I know, right?
Oh, honey, it ain't going to be out of the way. I'm going to flirt with you all night long.
He brought up a very good point the other night. I don't know if we did it on the podcast or if it was before the podcast, but he mentioned that when you guys met in person, he thought that there was going to be a real eye-to-eye flirtation moment when you guys were talking about Kevin Smith, and it didn't happen. And so I think he was a little hurt by that.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I tell you what, Drew. We'll watch Zach and Miri together and see if there's a real live going on.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Okay, anybody else really sick to their stomachs at this point?
Yeah, well, just
all right. Well, we got those here. Those two are paired up because we got Todd and Sandy. We got Lisa and Drew. Let's do another pair. Let's bring out Sue Goff. Hey, Sue.
Hey, guys.
Sue, yay.
I love the crucifix behind you. That is just...
Yeah,
that is so. It's touching right now for me. So
it's a family heirloom.
Is it? I've got one actually that was my mom's too. That I keep. I don't. Well, I have to be honest. I don't know where it is. It's in the house someplace, but I should probably hang that up to keep the ghosts away. So
it was in my great grandmother's farm.
Oh, very cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
very
that's amazing.
Cool. Yeah.
And her counterpart.
Oh dear God.
Damon, not Damien, although we did learn last week on the After the podcast that his parents were going to name him Damien.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah, but didn't because of the movie, The Omen. So
stupid movies.
But that doesn't mean he's not, switching back and forth.
Susan?
Damien.
Yes,
that's exactly right. So we got that couple out of the way. Let's do another couple because they're both wearing orange. We got Jason, who's usually behind the scenes here at the podcast, running everything. And also Tammy, my cousin. So everybody's got paired up here tonight.
Look at that.
This is my pair tonight. I love it.
Yeah, you guys are both wearing orange, so go for it.
We're just one short of Hollywood Squares.
Kind of. I guess Lisa would be in that spot in the center square, wouldn't she?
Yes, I'm Pauline tonight.
Yeah.
Lisa, you should count for 2 squares because you kind of have like split personalities.
Wow. Nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
Drink.
You may want to text Dave and have him bring some wine down to you.
It always matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Just bring the bottle. It'll be a while.
So Tammy's got wine tonight. I've got water. Sue, you've got Chardonnay, right?
I have Chardonnay, yeah.
You got Chardonnay. Lisa's going to get something. Drew, you've got a beer or something or what?
Yeah, I have a pumpkin barrel, bourbon barrel beer. It's delicious.
Ooh.
That does sound good.
Damon, are you working on a diet or a Mountain Dew or something like that?
I am working on the official drink of apps,
which is
Mountain Dew.
And then Sandy, you're on something. What do you got?
I'm on something.
Well, yeah.
Well, I started with Diet Pepsi, and then I realized what kind of group I'm going to be hanging with tonight, so I went to wine.
I think she
So
needs
I
to
have
go
a
stronger
nice
than that.
peach fruit Scotto.
Very nice. And Jason, you're drinking a what?
Sangria.
Which is what?
Sangria and margarita mixed.
Oh, okay. Very secretive.
Yeah.
Well, tonight on the podcast, who's that in the background? Who's barking?
That's Frankie.
That would be my Frankie.
Frankie is awesome.
Aw.
I think a lot of us have rescued pets here, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tammy, do you have any
to say
pets?
they rescued me.
2 cats from the Humane Society. Yeah.
That
That
Brad.
works.
I have a pet that needs rescuing. Does that count?
True.
I feel Loki. There's nothing wrong with Loki. She just,
Oh, it wasn't Loki. It's the other one.
Oh, but he's just a little mini Chihuahua thing.
Yeah, but you have to take into consideration who its dad is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
that
know,
plays
right?
into it. His dad likes a lot of cheese. So,
Hi, Bree. Welcome.
all right. So tonight, later on, we're going to play some match game. Be ready for that. But we're going to talk movies tonight is where we're going to start off. And I guess I did come up with some actual categories. Oh God, here comes Lisa's drink.
Look at that.
I'm surprised.
There we
I'm
go.
surprised it's not like hanging down from the corner of her screen up here, like a hamster feeder. For her.
I love you. Thank you.
So is that going to mean he's going to get some action later on, or what?
Well, it is white wine that I'm drinking, so that's a distinct possibility.
Does that usually get you kind of wild?
White wine makes me frisky. Red wine, he says, white wine makes me frisky. Red wine makes me cranky. So
Wonder what would happen if you mix the two. If it would be maybe like an angry fuck or something like that.
could you imagine?
No, I can't.
Don't.
I said, touch me. Something like that would go on.
Is that why you're called the Wild Hales?
Yes, that's exactly what we're calling that.
Oh my God.
Let's
Hale
start talking movies so we don't get too hung up on
Can you read
angry
that?
sex at this point. What does it say?
It says, let's drink wine and judge people.
I wonder where you got that.
Let's do it.
I got that from a very, very good friend of mine.
Oh.
All right, let's start off. Classic scariest movies. Anything pre-2000 I want to throw out there as your favorite scary movie. And we're going to start with the orange category tonight. So, Tammy, why don't you give us your favorite, scariest classic movie?
I tried to warn you. I told you I'm the weak link here. I am the biggest scaredy cat. I'm still afraid of the music in The Wizard of Oz. The flying monkeys get me every time. So
Right.
I don't really even know. Maybe it's The Wizard of Oz.
Wow.
Well, I mean, think about this.
there is a witch.
Growing up, that was a spooky movie. The witch thing
It
was a scary part of that movie, at least for me growing up.
For sure. For sure. I watched The Sixth Sense with all the lights on in the daytime. That was probably the last scary movie I watched, and it's probably not even classified as a horror film.
I'm just upset that Bruce Willis was dead the whole time.
Right?
Well, see if you didn't-
Spoilers!
Wait, though. How many people saw that movie and how many people just did not get it until the very end?
Raise your hand.
Oh, yeah.
Sixth Sense.
Yeah, just did not get it till the very end.
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
For me, it wasn't the very end. It was like literally a half an hour later, and I went, "Oh, okay."
So you were
Yeah.
actually after you left the theater, it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's sometimes a little slow on the draw, but he gets it eventually.
Juicy.
Yeah.
I remember seeing
That
that
was all
movie,
right.
and it was like the first time that I think I actually saw like people actually hanging, and I think that's what scared the crap out of me in that one.
Oh yeah, that one scene with the
Where they're in like the school.
Mhm.
Yep, and then like you just see like the cutaway from the lockers. All of a sudden, you're down a hallway, and there's like a bunch of people just hanging.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't
That
remember that.
That creeped the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Now,
Dana-
wasn't
Now I want to go turn all the lights on. I don't.
You're all lit up there. You've got more lights than all of us combined. What were you going to say, Sandy?
wasn't that M. Night Shyamalan who did The Sixth Sense, right?
Yes.
Do you guys remember the movie he did, The Village?
Yes.
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 I thought that was a good
Yes.
movie. That was very, in some ways, very similar, I think, to Sixth Sense in that there was the twist at the end.
No, I think I did.
I
All
think
of his are
most-
Remember
supposed
that?
to
I was
have a
gonna-
twist.
I was going to say,
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, some don't.
he's got some really good ones, and then some that are like just
Yeah.
really like,
Yep.
what the hell?
Yeah.
Yes.
Damon, what's your favorite classic?
Pre-2000?
Pre-2000 on this one.
So
Pick
for its
scarier.
time, I would have to go with the original Blair Witch.
Yes.
That was good. And that was probably what, 1998,
I want
99,
to say
somewhere in there?
90, between 97 and 98.
That
Don't
was a
judge me, Jennifer.
groundbreaking. That was a groundbreaking movie. Like that really was a very groundbreaking.
It was
movie.
all
And
good until they were on TMZ a week later, like being interviewed. Like, oh yeah, because they had it so played up. Like this was real footage and da 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 da. Next thing you know, they're on like, they're on. It was on TRL actually. It was on MTV. They were being interviewed by Carson Daly, and I'm like, wait a second, that's them.
Yeah,
And
they did it so well that I didn't even realize it when I was watching the movie.
For those of you that don't know what TRL is or Carson Daly, you know, and I'm not talking to the group, I'm talking to the audience. If you're too young, then you're too young. Sue, what's your favorite classic?
I would have to go with the first one that I saw that left a lasting impression on me was The Pit and the Pendulum.
Oh,
yes.
Great movie.
It's a great story. You know?
It literally scared the crap out of me, and also I want to see more. Yeah.
Miss Hale, what do you got?
Oh, well, first I do want to say Blair Witch, great choice. That was the start of the found footage craze. That's the first movie that did the found footage craze. And it started a whole new genre. That being said, I have two that kind of are my favorite classic scary movies. One still, I saw it recently and I was like, why did that scare me so much? But do y'all remember Phantasm?
Yes.
With the tall thin man and the flying, freaked me out to no end.
I haven't thought about that in years.
I know.
Oh yeah. We watched it the other day, not the other day, a couple months ago. And I was like, this scared the pee out of me. And now I'm going, what? And
how old were you though when it first came out? That has a lot to do with it.
I don't remember how old I was
32?
when it came out. No. Something like 15 when I saw it first, maybe. And then the other one, the classic horror film that I really love, but for a different reason, is Frank Langella's Dracula from 1979.
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
I mean, if we're gonna go that route, then obviously House on Haunted Hill, Vincent Price would be right up there.
Anything.
And you know, it's funny because by today's standards, those movies weren't really truly horrifying.
But they played.
No, it was.
But they were so well done.
Yeah.
But they were so well done that at the time, they were just terrifying. I mean, we talked about this, I think, the other day. I loved the movie, the original 13 Ghosts.
Yes.
I found it on YouTube, and I was watching it last week, and it is so cheesy and ridiculous, but it's still scary. It scared the heck out of me as like an 8-year-old. My mother's watching it in the living room. I was terrified of that movie. It scared the heck out of me.
Drew, what do you got for a classic scary movie?
So when you say pre-2000s, I need to preface, I was only 10 in year 2000.
I don't want, but that does, hold on. So, but here's the problem. That doesn't mean you haven't seen a movie from 78 or from 69 or whatever.
I have.
Okay.
I have. But like, as far as like scary, like I watched them when I was older, so I wasn't like too scared. But I would have to say, I guess the most terrifying one would have been,
you got a ghost in the background, by the way. Did everybody see that shadow
play going on over there?
There's a little one. And
somebody grab a K2 right away and
get the REM pod.
I'd probably say like maybe Nightmare on Elm Street was pretty terrifying. Just the idea of it, of you're not even safe in your sleep. I can, and I have a story for the post 2001, but yeah, I was really terrified when I watched The Bride of Chucky. I was probably only like 8 or 9 when I watched that. I think something like that. But yeah, it was that's like I turned that movie off with the stomach ache. I was like, this is disgusting, and now I like it.
And you got married, didn't you? Okay, now Sandy, what about you? What's your
My two, 13 Ghosts scared the bejesus out of me. There's bejesus back again, and Exorcist. Exorcist was terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That was a big one.
Jason, what about you?
I'd have to say probably the original Halloweens, not the Rob Zombie ones. Those are just kind of like a gore slasher.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're to this day, I still get creeped out from the Halloween movies. I remember just having nightmares as a kid with them, and now I just love them. But that was like straight up nightmare fuel for me.
Yeah.
For me, it was probably Exorcist is one. And then the other one, and for me, it was scary at the time, and also was the reason why I got into ghost hunting, and that was Amityville Horror. That was the one that kind of went.
That makes sense.
You know, I've told the story before, but like we weren't allowed to go see the movie. My mom went to see it, and then everybody in the family was talking about it, but Todd, because he was too young. So then they got the book, and I got caught like 4 or 5 times with the book. Almost like, you're a young man and you're not supposed to have pornography, and your mom finds it. It was the same thing, except it was a scary book.
Todd and his ghost porn.
Yeah, ghost porn was basically what it is. So I think a pretty good list there. If any of our viewers tonight have a favorite scary movie, you can pop it into us and we'll throw it up. New school scariest. So this is post 2000. So for some of you who say, I was too young to play along, you can play along now. And we're going to start with the youngster of the group. Drew, what do you got?
Drew.
So still, I was pretty young when I watched this movie, with the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I saw that in 5th grade, and I went with a girl and her boyfriend. I was third wheeling.
Stop for a second. You went with the girl and her boyfriend?
Yeah. Ooh. I mean, whatever. 5th grade, I want to see a movie.
I swear to God, I keep seeing shadow figures behind you. It's so freaking creepy.
There's a full body apparition back there. Whole damn thing.
This is some good goddamn evidence. I think it might be demonic from what I'm seeing.
Oh, for sure, demonic.
Somebody get the recorder out. I have this being recorded.
But so I saw that movie in theaters, and it was kind of that found footage at the beginning of the movie, and then at the end of it, and they said like, oh, Leatherface never was found or whatever, and I totally thought he was based off of a real person. And I was like doing math on my way home. I was like, okay, so if that's from like the 70s, it's whatever, 2000 something now. Leatherface is probably dead, or at least he's not fast enough to get me. He's too old to get me. So that's what I remember that the most. That's the most monumental horror movie.
Your wife is so lucky. Tammy, what do you got for us? Scariest post 2000.
Hocus Pocus.
Oh God!
I don't know, scary, but
Fran Drescher's voice is pretty terrifying.
I was going to be the weak link. I warned everybody.
Wait.
Scary movies. I can't take it. I can't.
No, the weak link was just saying that Fran Drescher was in Hocus Pocus.
Isn't she?
Who said that?
Negative. Drew just said that Fran Drescher was in Hocus Pocus.
Who is it?
Drew.
Bette Midler.
Bag. I don't know who it is. Who's the main lady?
Midler, Kathy Najimy, and Sarah
Jessica
Parker.
They're all the same.
Oh my
the
God.
Same? No.
You need Jesus.
Grab the crucifix on your wall soon and start doing some because something's not right with that boy.
Drew, honey.
What?
Our flirtation is about to end.
Oh damn.
Wait a minute. Somebody needs to educate him. So, he needs to go to everybody's houses and watch these scary movies. There you go.
There it is.
That don't look like her, right? That's Fran.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh
Bette
my
Midler,
God.
Kathy Najimy. There you go. Okay.
See, we have those 3 on the team.
They're making a sequel to that.
And that's kind of sad that they are, because I don't want them to ruin the magic.
I know.
Damon, what do you have for post 2000?
I won't say horror as much. It's more gore.
Okay.
Would be the Saw series.
Oh yeah.
Frankie agrees.
I don't even watch those. Like, just thinking about that gets me very uncomfortable. I don't like it. It makes my stomach hurt. My skin gets crawly.
A near second would be Cabin Fever.
Ugh.
I'm not
The
seen that
original
one.
Cabin Fever, not the reboot they did just a couple years ago.
What's Cabin Fever about? What happened in that one?
A bunch of kids go up to a cabin for the weekend.
Of course they do.
Some dead guys in a water reservoir somewhere. They get some flesh-eating disease. They all wind up dying at the end. Yeah. That's pretty much the long and the short of it.
That's the gist of it. Yeah.
I hate the movies where it's a group of teenagers going away for the weekend and it's always in the woods and it's always a cabin and there's always a killer. Those do not do anything for me.
Then I have the perfect movie for you.
American Pie.
Movie?
Wait.
That would be Cabin in the Woods, which I know it sounds like it's exactly what you hate, but the reason that it's perfect for you is because it turns that whole trope on its butt. It's really a good movie, despite the fact that it's a Joss Whedon flick.
You don't like Joss Whedon?
Not anymore. I'm mad at him.
Oh, did he do something to you? Was there?
Well, not to me, but to, women in general.
Oh,
He used to be considered a feminist icon, but now we find out that no, he wasn't. So
interesting. Gets deeper and deeper as we move into this thing. Now we're talking about
feminism
and stuff like that.
Cabin in the Woods is fun. You will like it.
All right, Sue, what's your new school scariest post 2000?
There's a bunch of them, so I'm just gonna have to say Stephen King. Anything, Stephen.
Oh, anything.
I was watching Pet Cemetery and all that stuff, and it's like his movies. I watched the original Carrie the last weekend. I know that's post 2000, but I mean, some of the movies were produced and directed a little cheesy, but man, they were so good.
Yeah, Cujo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't look at a dog without it. It's somewhere in the back of my mind. It's flashing, especially if it's a Saint Bernard. Anyways,
Jason, what do you got for post 2000?
My first one would probably be 13 Ghosts. Not scary, but I love that movie.
Yeah. Good movie.
There's a lot of psychological stuff on that one.
Yep.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd have to say like The Hills Have Eyes or The Hills Have Eyes is good. It scared the crap out of me. What was the other one? The Right with Anthony Hopkins in it.
Is that where he's a priest or something like that?
Yep, and he's performing exorcisms and
yes. I forgot about that one.
Yep.
The Right.
Whenever there's that exorcism point in there, those things freak me out because some of that stuff is just too real. Sandy, what about you? Post 2000.
Coming in runner up would be Insidious. Love that movie.
yes.
I love Insidious.
I just watched that one.
Just such a good movie. So well done. But I have to say, hands down, my winner, The Ring, absolutely scared me. I watched it one night laying in bed all by myself, and I was afraid to get out of bed. I was that scared. That movie just creeped me out.
When you had to go to the bathroom, did you text Dave and have him come bring you a bag?
No,
or something
I watched it. It was when I was single. We weren't living together yet, and I was just by myself. So I had to get up the courage to get out and pee. It was
my
horrible.
phone rang after I watched that movie.
Oh my gosh, no!
That was when I had landlines.
That movie was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
The way that the cinematography in that and the way they did everything was just really well done.
Look at Damon. He's got the old circle there on the ground.
Look. Thanks,
nice.
Damon. Oof.
It's almost though like at this point,
a little teaser to what's coming up in our haunted house. We'll just leave it at that.
Very cool.
It's at this point, it's only scary though if you still have a VCR.
True. Very true.
Now it's a YouTube link.
It is. That's where I just got it from.
YouTube link on.
I think for me, I really liked The Conjuring, just because for me it brought back old school like 1970s kind of movies. There was obviously some CGI, but not as much as they could have done in it. And for me, I realize CGI makes it just so much more believable, but some of it is just way too overdone. And there's nothing like the sound of an old school telephone ring to scare the shit out of you. Like if it's quiet and all of a sudden that old school telephone rings, there's nothing better than, that just scares the crap out of you. A cell phone ring is not going to scare you.
No.
Beep. No.
There's a fine. Hey, Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
There's a fine line for CGI between did they go overboard and make it just too much, or did they stay true to what the story really is and not go overboard?
I mean, if you're going that route, then Ghost Ship is right up there with
that was a good movie.
Decent CGI post 2000.
Mm-hmm. That was a good movie.
That the opening scene is just that sets the whole tone of the movie.
Oh, it
where
does,
just
doesn't
cutting
it?
back and forth between the dancing and that crank just tightening.
My problem is the past, I'd say 10 years, I haven't seen anything that really made
Scares
me.
you?
Yeah,
No.
Nothing that really did anything for me. I
Insidious
think the 90s.
freaked me out.
The
Insidious
Insidious
freaked me
was
out.
really good.
Yeah.
The 2000s, like that 2000 to 2010 era, had some good stuff come out. But other than that, nothing great.
Everybody take a quick drink so that you get a little bit more boozed up. Tammy, bottoms up, girl.
Tammy. I can't wait to see what Tammy's answer is for this one.
Chris, you want to hear? Oh, wait.
She already.
I don't know if I have an answer. I don't know. Dinner with Todd. I don't know.
Wow. That's fine.
Nothing. I don't know. I don't watch slasher. I for sure don't watch slasher movies. Some of these movies that you've talked about, I've seen. The Ghost Ship. Yeah, that was awful. Again, during the day with the lights on, I have to watch shit like that. I just can't do it.
You know what, Tammy, though? I have to agree with you. Slasher movies do nothing for me. Gore movies do nothing for me. They bore me. I want something psychological if I'm going to watch it.
But don't you think some of that is psychological? Some of that stuff is psychological. Don't you think that, like Saw?
The
Saw movies might be the one exception I can think of. But for the most part, they bore me. Like, there's nothing exciting to me about watching blood spray.
Well, let's see if Sue's got something that excites her about blood spray. Slash or gore, Sue?
So many things to be said.
Let it go, Damon.
That's a different movie, Susan. Also very scary.
Slasher. Well, how about The Shining?
Good one. I mean, that could fall into many categories, actually.
Yeah, it goes in a few categories.
I saw that, I think, last weekend again. It's like that just never gets bad. It's good.
I was working in a hotel when that came out. So needless to say, we all had to watch it. And when you're there at night and there's only a few people in the hotel, it's got to run through your head just a little bit.
You know what my favorite part of that movie?
It also helps when your hotel is haunted, too.
True.
Yeah, that too.
I love the twins in that movie, but my favorite part of the whole movie, don't laugh, was at the very end when it focuses on the picture of the crowd. That was my favorite part of the whole movie. That was amazing. I loved it.
It was classic Stephen King. It tied it all together.
Yep.
I love that movie. Jason, what about you?
Favorite slasher would probably be either House with which
I think he froze. But you froze up a little bit.
I'm not a big fan of, but otherwise, okay. Not a big fan of Rob Zombie films, but House of a Thousand Corpses was pretty gory. Otherwise, my favorite though is Pathology.
Never saw that one.
I never saw that.
Anybody's ever seen that? It's a
write it down.
horror film based on a bunch of like pathology students, and they pick victims to kill, and then the other students have to decipher how they killed them.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
That sounds sweet.
Yeah. I want to watch that now.
That I would watch. Yeah. Definitely.
I just want to say the scariest thing about this whole movie was her ash.
It's like hanging on a ledge, like it's getting ready to jump.
And I don't know who played that part. What's her name?
Don't
Shelley
do it.
Duvall.
Don't push me
Shelley
over the
Duvall.
edge.
Shelley Duvall. Nice. I'm sure she's a nice lady. Not the best actress in the world. Not the best actress.
Not at all. Well, I think she did Popeye too. She was olive oil.
Well, that
so
says it all.
I think that's pretty much
I
mean, that's like almost typecasting for her because she would just like fit that role perfect.
Yep.
Lisa, what about you? Slash
didn't
gore?
she also?
Go ahead, Sue. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, didn't she also carry around the kid with one hand a couple of times?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Lisa, what about you? Slasher gore?
Slasher gore. I think I have to go with the original Friday the 13th.
The first
number one, my nephew Jacob would disown me if I didn't choose that. Number two, I remember still to this day sitting in my living room with friends from around school and stuff. And when we got to the end and the jump scare at the end, I literally peed my pants. So that has to be the one.
Drew.
Well, I would say for slasher, it's got to be Michael Myers is the best. So Halloween, or I really like Scream. I like the Scream franchise just because I grew up on that. As far as gore, you got to go Evil Dead.
Ooh, yeah,
Evil Dead.
Gore. I like the new one a lot. I like the old ones. I like Asher's The Evil Dead. I love them all. It's just cheap gore.
What about Army of the Dead?
Army of Darkness? Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah, Army of Darkness, I meant. Yeah.
Oh my God, they're actually correcting one another like a couple. It's kind of scary, isn't it? Is that right?
Thank you.
No, dear, it was Army of the Dead.
If it wasn't for Dave, I would be hitting on Drew. Yes, we know that.
Sandy, what do you got for us as we all take another drink really fast?
For gore?
Slasher gore, yeah.
Slasher gore? What did I say? I thought Saw was very good. I did think Saw was good. I did enjoy Saw. The original Saw. No, I haven't seen all of them.
Hard to watch.
I just saw the first one. Yeah. I'm not big on it, so I just haven't really watched many of them. But I did like Saw. I thought that was good.
All right, we're moving on. This is our live cast. It's a Ghost-tober edition of a Thirsty Thursday. I haven't done a Thirsty Thursday in a while. We've got match game coming up in a bit. Everybody's going to try and match somebody. I don't know who.
This ought to be good.
That'll be fun. And then we've got some news about our podcast that we're going to share a little bit later on. Best franchise, though. These movies that end up having, part 1, part 2, part 18. What is the best scary franchise out there? We're going to start with Lisa Hale.
Without a doubt, the Conjuring franchise. And I know I said, Friday the 13th, so you might be thinking that I would go with that, but no, the Conjuring franchise is the best franchise, hands down.
Agree. Totally agree.
Agreed.
Does everybody realize there's 9 movies in that franchise, even though Conjuring 3 just came out? When you add in the Nun and all that other crap, it's
and the Annabelles
yeah, I think you told me about that, Todd. I had no idea there were that many. I have to see the Nun still. I really want to see the Nun.
It's good.
I haven't seen it yet.
I still haven't seen the Curse of La Llorona.
Yeah, I don't even know what that's about.
I haven't seen that one. The Nun I have, but
was it good?
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah,
Tammy,
without a doubt.
Tammy, what about you? What do you got? I know you're like, I never watched any of this.
She's gonna say Hocus Pocus.
I'll say the Grease franchise. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I actually did because it started when I was, younger, the Friday the 13th movies. So I actually did watch those.
Okay.
And they were all, coming out. So.
Tammy, we love you so much.
I'll have you know, Grease 2 is one
I
of
was
my
just gonna say.
movies.
I was just gonna say.
You want to know why it's now in my horror film category? Because my stupid brother wrecked it. He wrecked it for me.
How did he wreck? How does your brother wreck Grease? I want to know how this happens.
He knew it was my very favorite movie. So when we were growing up, so then we grow up, and he bought a house that needed some fixing up, and so I'm there one night helping him paint, and he's on top of the ladder, and he starts doing the scene. Yes, he did.
Oh, no.
Yes, he did. He wrecked it. Now, every time I see it, I almost let myself laughing because I can't actually see the movie. I just see him.
Oh my God. Now that song's going to be stuck in my head forever. I want to cry.
Can anybody name
Oh my God, I haven't seen the movie in years.
Can anybody name the demon, though, that possessed the nun?
Oh God, I could have if you'd asked me that,
Starts with a V.
Ago.
The vagina. I mean, what?
Wait a minute. I was just gonna say the vagina, the JJ. I wasn't gonna go all the way, Drew.
It pops up in the second movie of The Conjuring when Lorraine Warren's going through like the Bible and like playing the voice backwards or the recording backwards, and its name is Valak.
Valak.
Yep, Valek.
All right, who's up next? I can't even keep track of everything. Best franchise. What do you got, Damon?
I'm gonna go with the I Know What You Did Last Summer franchise. Just to throw an oddball out there.
That was a good one. That was actually good.
Isn't there 3 of them, but 2 of them, like there's the direct sequel and then there's a third one. It's
there
like
was
the same
like, I
premise, but
still
different
know
people.
what you did.
I know what you did last summer. I still know what you did last summer, and I
will always know what you did last summer.
Yeah, I never watched the third one because I got over it with the second one.
Yeah, Junior's
followed by I wish I did know what you did last summer.
Pretty sure that was part of the Wayans Brothers parody movies.
It could be.
How about I'm drunk and I don't know what I did last night?
That's yours, Sandy.
That's Sandy, isn't it?
That's just the team motto.
Wasn't there one calling "You don't know what a good show is" or something like
You
that?
don't know what a good show is,
Todd.
Screw you, Todd.
Anybody who else has the best franchise they want to share? I can't remember who we talked to.
I would say. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say the only one that was already mentioned, the Conjuring series.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah,
very good.
I like Saw a lot. I haven't seen Spiral. I've seen all the other ones, and they all have a ending that is a twist, and you expect it, but then you don't. You don't know what's coming. And it might be an age thing because I grew up watching them. I had to rent it on VHS, the first one, and it's just maybe it's more personal for me. But like Faces of Death is also pretty disgusting and a long franchise, and some people like that. I don't.
What are you saying, Lisa? You have something to say?
I saw Faces of Death in the theater.
Yeah.
Is that the one where people actually die in it or something like that?
Is it all real?
Yeah, it's supposed to be real footage of people dying.
I don't know if it really is, though.
Who knows? But I saw it in the theater, and everybody around me was getting up and leaving because they were just so ugged about it. And me, I wanted to stay through the whole thing.
Yeah, but why would you go to a movie knowing what it's going to be about and then not be able to handle it?
This is the South, honey. They may have had an idea about what it was about, but they didn't know what it was about. I can't believe it's about this stuff.
I can't believe I spent $3.50 on this to watch this with my sister cousin, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. You can't watch this demonic stuff. There's people dying there.
They all ran off to church and made pecan pies for everybody and welcomed them to the service the next day.
Not pecan.
It's pecan.
I understand, Lisa. Thank you.
Not to be confused with pecan.
Correct.
No, it's
that's
pecan.
the can you pee into.
This be true.
Okay. See, it's starting.
Which be also before B9 as well as B8.
Thank God.
I knew this was going to happen.
Southern bingo right here on Sandy and Toddcast. All right, let's talk about best corny or tacky. What do you got for me in that category? Best corny
movies, not teams, tacky. Right?
Yep.
AKA eye rollers. I don't know.
For me,
the Passion of the Christ.
Passion. I actually liked that movie, to be honest with you. But mine was Halloween 3 was my favorite corny bad movie.
Season of the Witch.
The Witch. It was horrible.
Yeah. Yep.
It went off the rails, had nothing to do with the Halloween franchise. It was about a company that made masks for kids, and when the kids would wear them on Christmas Eve, on Halloween night, they'd have snakes and shit come out of their head. You know, it was just so horrible.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
Terrible.
I've never seen it. I gotta see it.
You got to. And so the whole thing is they make these masks and all the kids are going to wear them. And then at a certain time at night, they have to watch their TV. And when they watch their TV, it kicks off this whole sequence of stuff. And then they will die and they will have bugs and snakes come out of their heads.
Lovely.
So, and it was the Shamrock Mask Company.
That's right. It was very good.
Interesting.
Very good.
I'd say The Evil Dead is also really corny, but I love it still.
In a way.
Army of Darkness is really corny.
Yes.
It's any dialogue or any movie that you watch from like the 70s or 80s, the dialogue itself is horrible. Like, we would just watch Nightmare on Elm Street not that long ago, and one of the insults the guy says, like, "Up yours with a twirling lawnmower" or something like that. Wow. You got him.
Hey.
I mean, that sounds pretty awful to me. I wouldn't want to have that happen.
I feel like that's discomfort.
Yes.
Those were true late 80s insults, though, because,
Who else has one?
Jason versus
Well, go ahead.
I was going to say Jason versus Freddy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was awful.
I love it.
It was really.
I got your nose, and he rips it off. That's the funniest shit.
Same guy who was just pissing and moaning about the words in one of the movies. He goes, "That's funny shit."
But he literally has her nose. See?
I never go with the scary movie series.
Does anybody remember a movie called Tremors? I think it had.
Yes.
Kevin
yes.
They just came out with Trevor 7 now.
With, Kevin Bacon and
You know what? I enjoyed that movie, but I have to say it was pretty corny.
Ranks right up there with Sharknado.
Yeah.
Be advised, there's another.
Oh God, she's getting drunk.
Oh God.
No, I'm just quoting him. You know which one I loved? That y'all are gonna. Probably none of you will sit through it and watch it, but I thought it was extremely scary the first 300 times I watched it until it cured me, and then it became, "Aw, that's so sweet," and that's Arachnophobia.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, you can keep that movie.
Yeah, that one I won't watch.
I'm good, thanks.
You know,
like
John
the
Goodman. John Goodman walking around squishing spiders. Yeah, we bad. It's kind of corny. But
almost as bad as Squirm.
Ooh,
Or
Squirm.
Anacondas. Ooh.
Yeah, I watched Anaconda. I'm fine,
Oh,
but
God.
no.
No.
Jeez. So you wouldn't like Slither either. Slither's a good tacky B movie.
Anything that has anything to do with snakes, count me out.
No
Snakes.
thanks.
Why did it have to be?
And now,
snakes?
Lisa, if we were all in Lisa's house right now, she would take us to show us her spiders
My
that
spiders,
she has.
Yes.
All 350 of them.
I don't have 350. I have
Exactly 350. That's what you got.
4 tarantulas, 1 false widow, and then several in around the house.
Why do they call them false widows?
Because they're
Lisa?
not black widows, but they're shaped like black widows, but they have nothing to do with
Oh,
the black
that's
widow.
interesting.
Of course, she says that they're false widows, so that way, when she does decide to off her husband later on in life, then nobody looks to her like, "Oh, wait, they were just false widows."
She that's her superhero name. Oh, I'm the false widow.
Yes.
Nice.
That works.
That's an ongoing storyline of Lisa killing off her husband, but that's, I mean, there's
Well,
actually
now we know what the murder weapon is.
yeah,
Right.
it's a
We
full
never saw
spider.
him deliver the drink. We don't know that was him.
That's
Oh,
true.
no, it was him, though.
He's dead.
It was probably Thing from the Addams Family. This little hand that pops up on screen, and
It's a little pool boy by the name of Ricardo now that works at her house. Even though she doesn't have a pool, she has a
I don't
pool
have a
boy.
pool.
So yes.
she has a pool boy that manages the little kiddie pool in her backyard. The
That's
plastic
right.
one that she got for like $2 at Walmart.
Not to
He
be confused with the
manages
Cabana
my
Boy.
bird bath.
Cabana boy, that's correct. That would be exactly what it is. All right, guys, you guys ready to play some match game?
All right,
let's do it.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not even ready here. Hang on a second. I got to pull up the actual
Here it is.
logo and everything because it's time to play match game, baby.
Halloween version.
The Halloween version of match game. Thank you very much,
Blood
Sandy.
trickling from the logo would be great.
Which one of you is Baldwin, the host?
Baldwin, are you freaking kidding me?
Oh, we're not talking
Okay.
to reboot a match
Okay.
game here, brother.
You're-
Oh my God.
Goddamn kids.
holy shit.
Wow.
That's the only one there is, right?
No. God, no.
What?
No,
True.
no.
He's doing that on purpose.
Of course he is. Smart ass. All right, let's see if you get any points. We're going to have our viewers play along tonight. If you guys can, hey, Todd and Jason, and Lisa, Tracy says hi tonight. So
Hi, Tracy.
if any of our viewers want to play along, we're going to play match game. These guys are going to write down their best responses to the stuff that I got from the original 1970s match game. And then we'll pick somebody in the feed to go up against to see if you guys can match them. You guys ready to play along?
All right, let's do it.
When you've written down your answer, just hold your hand up so you know, so I know you're done, because there's a lot of people here tonight. So here's your first question. Count Dracula said, while strolling down Transylvania Avenue today, I was approached by a panhandler. I gave him a blank. Dracula said, while strolling down Pennsylvania Avenue today, I was approached by a panhandler. I gave him a blank. Blah, blah. Lisa's done. Sue's done.
I have no idea.
Sandy's done. Tammy's in. Damon's in. Drew's in. Brett Summers is in. Nice job, Brett.
Who's Brett Summers? Which one?
Jason.
I said bazooms.
Oh.
I said bazooms. Okay, so
Bazooms.
Count Dracula said, while strolling down Transylvania Avenue today, I was approached by a panhandler. I gave him a blank. Now, on the show, the actual answer was bite. So that's what I want to see today. We're going to see if the answer bite comes through at all. And we're going to start with Brett Summers. Brett, what do you got there?
A bite.
A bite. Nice job. All right, Sandy. While strolling down Pennsylvania Avenue today, I was approached by a panhandler. I gave him a blank. What did I give him?
I said a bite.
A bite. Nice job. That's 2. You guys matched the actual show. Sue, what do you got? He gave him a what?
A bite.
A bite.
Woo.
You guys are very good. Lisa Hale. Bite.
Bite.
You're wasting a lot of paper, but it's very pretty. Drew, what do you got?
I thought of a bite.
Yeah.
But I didn't write it.
What did you write?
You're right.
Silver bullet.
Oh.
That's
werewolf.
bad.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
a
on the
werewolf.
Baldwin level.
Aren't silver bullets for werewolves and
Yes.
Yes.
vampires?
Yes.
Oh, you can get silver bullet. That's how you kill Dracula, through the heart, right?
No,
No.
that's a stake.
No.
No, that's
Wooden
a wooden
stake,
stake.
my
It's
friend.
got to be a
Stake.
wooden,
Wooden
stake.
stake.
Oh, okay. It's a wooden stake.
Thanks for playing, Alec Baldwin. Richard Dawson, what do you got?
Yeah, I totally blew on this one. I went with a pint of blood.
Oh, that's not bad, actually.
No, that's actually good.
Tammy, the answer was bite on the TV show. What
I
did you
didn't get
say?
that. I said kiss.
Oh,
Yes, of that.
blah, blah.
Blah.
Betsy said bite too, so congratulations. You matched Betsy.
Yep.
A nasty hickey.
I did think of that too.
One hell of a hickey
I
right
haven't
there.
had one of
Yeah, I
those
thought
in
that too.
years.
Lisa, keep drinking the wine. Maybe you'll get one tonight.
Maybe after we watch the documentary.
I'm hoping the candy corn paper will give me something.
A hickey?
Jesus Christ, everybody's getting horny on this thing here.
He wants a hickey.
It's so funny that they changed the name of Zack and Miri to Zack and Miri.
Yeah.
It not when it originally came out. It used to be Zack and Miri makes a porno or
Right,
made a
right.
porno, and now it's just Zack and Miri.
Is there a kid?
Yes, there's a kid, Drew, and it's behind you. It's
It's-
haunting you.
Is that like
There goes the light.
my name's Chuck? Yeah. Do you want to play?
All right, here's your second question, Goofs. All right, you can play along if you're watching tonight. Go ahead and send your answers into this one. Count Dracula said, my coffin is the most luxurious in all of Transylvania. I tell you, it's got everything. It even has blank. Count Dracula said, my coffin is the most luxurious in all of Transylvania. I tell you, it's got everything, even blank. Raise your hand when you're in. It's got everything, even blank. Sue's in. Tammy's in. Sandy's in. Brett Summers is in. Lisa Hale's in. Richard Dawson is in. All right, one more time. If
Call
you got
in.
an answer, call in. Tracy says
Where's the
velvet for her
pecan
answer, so we're going to
sandies?
try and match Tracy tonight. Count Dracula said, my coffin is the most luxurious in all of Transylvania. I tell you, it's got everything, even blank. What did you say, Brett Summers?
A nightlight.
A nightlight. Actually, that's funny. That's good.
That's good, actually.
Trying to get velvet. Sandy, what do you got?
Well, I wasn't sure, so I just did the first thing that came to me. I said a sunshade.
A
That works?
sunshade. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, he would need that.
So, well,
He
he
would.
would. but
Thank you, Sue.
Sue,
You're
make it
welcome.
better. Make it better than that, Sue. What do you got?
I got color
What
TV.
the hell just came-
Color TV.
Color
That's good.
TV.
What was that?
I have color TV.
Oh.
Did something just come flying at you?
Yes, my 9-year-old is trying to get attention.
Oh,
Playing
I'm
fetch
gonna
with the
get-
I'm
dog.
like,
That was an evil laugh in the background there.
Yes,
too.
that's really same
I was
child.
about to be like, girl, stay away from the black mist.
Lisa, what do you got? A blood bank. That would be great.
That's great.
Count Dracula's got the nicest coffin in all of Transylvania, Drew. What else does he have in that coffin?
Clean sheets.
Clean sheets. Papers. You guys are about as good as the new round of Match Game that's on TV, to be honest with you.
I don't know, man.
Richard Dawson, what do you got?
I went with AC, Bob.
That's a good one.
AC
That's a very
good.
good one. In fact, on the TV show, that's what she said. You would have matched that. Tammy, you're in the final seat there. What do you got? What does he got?
It's so bad. I said me.
Me?
Oh, shit just got real over here.
Wow. I thought I was the one with the thing for
That's
Dracula.
why she wears the scarf.
Oh God.
I don't know. I'm starting to get kind of scared. This might be the worst movie I've ever seen. The scariest movie. All right,
Well,
one
upon
more
yourself,
tonight.
Todd.
One more tonight.
All
Sorry,
right,
Tracy. They didn't. Nobody matched you, Tracy. Here is the
Velvet
last one
was my
tonight.
second guess.
Count Dracula said, "Not a soul in Transylvania knows this, but I sleep with a blank." Count Dracula said, "Not a soul in Transylvania knows this, but I sleep with a blank." Not a soul knows, but he sleeps with a blank. Drew's in, Sue's in,
Oh my
Lisa's
God,
in,
I don't
Richard
know.
Dawson is in. He sleeps with a blind. Tammy's in. Brett Summers is in. Come on, Charles Nelson Riley.
Who would I be on that show?
I feel like that would be a contradiction in terms.
I sleep with a blank.
Okay.
Sandy, you're in?
Yeah, I'm in.
All right. Thanks, Charles. Okay. Not a soul in Transylvania knows this, but I sleep with a blank. What did you say, Brett Summers?
Well, I would have said a nightlight, but I used that already. So a teddy bear.
A teddy bear. No.
Oh,
Because
so
Betsy said a cross, so we're looking for a cross tonight.
Damn it.
What do you got there, Sandy? He sleeps with a what?
I originally thought teddy bear. I should have picked teddy bear. I said a pair of sunglasses. I know it's awful. Go with it.
Blah. Sue,
Blah.
what does he sleep with?
A binky.
Just a little blood on it. Yes. Lisa, what do you got? A steak.
A steak.
Ribeye or tenderloin?
No, wooden kind. You know.
Drew, nobody knows this in Transylvania, but Count Dracula sleeps with a what?
I took Jason's last answer, a nightlight.
Yeah, that's good. That was a good one, actually. Richard Dawson, what do you got?
I went with a retainer.
That is the best answer
That
of
is
the entire night.
perfect. Yeah, that is probably the classic answer.
That is the best answer of the entire night. Tammy, what did you say? Count Dracula sleeps with a what?
Yeah, I first thought teddy bear, then I thought cross, and I didn't write any of those down. I wrote down spider.
She got spiders
Thank
on her
you,
mind.
Tammy.
I know. Thanks a lot, Lisa. Thanks, Lisa.
Doesn't watch any scary movies. Comes up with the answer spider.
She won't be
You know?
sleeping tonight, and if she is, it'll be all the lights are on.
Thank you.
Yeah, and she's the one who's actually had like shadow figures and dark things in
Yeah.
her home.
Yeah.
And she's afraid of like, the
That's
Saw
why
movies.
I'm afraid of the Saw movies, because, real shit happens, and then you watch that, forget about it. I just can't even do it.
Light always gets the shadows to go away, though.
Does it? Does it, Sandy? Does it get rid of the mists?
No, not the miss. Mr. Fun. The Mr. Fun.
How does that go again? One more time. How you doing that?
The mists are fun. I edited it.
But you got to touch the wooden beam first.
That's right. That's right.
Sandy likes to go sit in the mist and build sandcastles.
I
or
do.
mist castles.
I don't mind the mists. Don't scare me. The mists don't scare me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know about all of you.
All right. I don't know about all of you. All I have to say is that now, after we talked about Grease 2, all I can picture is Michelle Pfeiffer in the Christmas tree outfit.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. After he goes off the cliff,
Yep. Now I have to. Now I have to go watch that movie.
And
thanks,
she
Tammy.
wins.
I love that movie so much. So much.
I did too until my brother wrecked it. Now it's more of a horror film, honestly. He wrecked it for me forever. I can't watch it and not just really wet myself. I laugh so hard. It's my favorite thing in any movie ever, wrecked for the rest of my life. That's my brother.
Oh my God.
Sure. That's nice family. Nice family.
Sure.
All right.
Wait a minute. I'm just going to let Lisa go for a second here.
I was about to try to push her up to the full screen mode and let her have her thing. Apparently, it's like the solo Lisa show. There we go. Yeah. Sing for us.
Sing us a track from Grease 2. The critically acclaimed Grease 2. How does that go? More Grease?
More Grease.
Ladies and gentlemen, for $5 a day, you too can help this poor lost soul.
That is about the price of a cup of coffee per day now. So
somebody play some Sarah McLachlan in the background. Oh shit! All right. Sue, thanks for being on tonight. Also, Sue, thanks so much for being a part of our podcast and several things. We think the world of you, so thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you. We love you so much.
Thank you, Sue.
Lisa, you know we love you. That's all I'm going to say to you.
And we love you.
That's all it needs to be
Drew,
said.
thanks for letting us be on your podcast this week and other times. Thanks for helping us get our podcast going, and watch some older movies, would you please?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, you know,
Brett,
they're available everywhere.
Brett Summers, thanks for always being in the background, taking care of all the people who are nasty on the podcast. Thank you for that.
You.
Thanks for the funniest line of the night about Lisa.
I said the Zooms.
David, thanks for being on with us and becoming a friend of the podcast and keeping Sue in line.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
hard job. But only for $5 a day, I can make it happen.
And honey, that cross isn't doing anything apparently.
I said it was an heirloom. I didn't say I used it.
We had to invest in a adult size backpack with the monkey on it with the harness thing for her because she tends to wander a lot.
I thought you were going to say something about adult-sized diapers. That's where I thought you were going with that.
No. That's not my issue. That's somebody else's issue.
That's another member of the team, just not Susie's.
No. I was just saying that's not something. That's not my issue. Do not put that on me.
Okay, I was just wondering. You kind of raised your hand like you wanted some or something. So.
No, I was saying that was funny.
Oh, okay. I know that's the universal sign for that was funny. Tammy, thanks for having no idea what we were doing tonight, but always.
Bless you, Tammy.
I did.
Oh my God, we love you so much.
Intelligence, you were put on notice. You put me on this dang show anyway. It's all your fault, Todd.
We love you. That's why you're here. That's why you're here.
We love you.
We had an extra spot, so we had to fill it.
So kind.
No. If it's any consolation, Tammy, I was the filler spot.
Yeah, he couldn't make it tonight. So,
that's why we're partners tonight, Jason.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
So
this is usually what you see from me.
So what Sandy and I wanted to share tonight is something pretty great, actually. We were looking at some numbers on our podcast. We don't look at numbers a lot because I think sometimes if you look at numbers, you start getting a little depressed about, who's watching and when they're watching and all that kind of stuff. And we got some numbers, and so I started doing some calculator stuff on my computer, and we actually added up all of the views and listens that we have on all of our podcasts, the audio cast, the stuff on Facebook, our videos. And we have over 30,000 listens and views on our stuff.
Nice.
And that's starting in January. So
that's great.
The funny thing is, I added it up and I said, Sandy, take a guess. And she goes, I don't know, like 5,000?
I said so because I don't really pay attention to it much, but we have a sort of a platform that we sort of bounce everything off of. and we reached 3,000 audio downloads. And I thought that was amazing. You know, a lot of people go for quite a while. It's very difficult to get a podcast off the ground. And so Todd went in and added everything else up. And yeah, 30,000. That's pretty amazing.
That's
thank you guys.
Nice work.
See,
everybody said something at once. What did everybody say?
What did you tell us not to do? Yeah, there's that.
So, but we wanted to share with you guys because each of you have been a big part of what we do here. So thank you for being a part of it, because we can't, you know, yes, we can do the podcast by ourselves, and quite honestly, it'd probably be better. But with your help,
Grateful.
No.
Lots of love, Todd. Yeah.
You know, listen, it's all light and love from this corner square.
Yeah, that's
here,
right.
So.
That's right.
So thank you very much for being on with us tonight. We're going to say goodnight to you, but stick around for just a moment, okay? Don't go anywhere.
Thank you, guys.
Right,
Love you.
There goes
Bye,
Sue.
guys.
There goes Brett. There goes Tammy. There goes Damon. There goes Lisa. Drew, thanks for showing
Bye,
up
Drew.
tonight.
Thank
Don't go
you.
anywhere. All right. So there you go.
That's amazing. What a fun time that was. Just a bunch of people bullshitting for an hour.
Pretty much.
It was great. Yeah, it was great. It was a lot of fun.
So it was really nice that that they all came on and we could just talk about movies and whatever and play.
We haven't done a Thirsty Thursday in a while, so I think it was a good month for it too. With
so besides you,
Ghosttober.
Who was the drunkest on the panel tonight?
I'm not even drunk. I had like one glass. I didn't even have a full glass of wine.
There's your answer right there.
I'm going with Lisa.
Yeah, this is your answer for the drunkest on the panel tonight.
And the drunkest, the fastest.
Yes, she wins both categories.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Thanks, Lisa. No prize for you, but thanks for being here.
No prize, but so
she is a prize. Let me say
I
that.
love her so much.
So congratulations on all the listens and stuff. I know that surprised you and it surprised me. So
yeah,
well,
really good.
Maybe we'll continue going on.
Maybe we'll keep doing it. We love what we do. We're always growing. We're always. What did I say this afternoon? I said something to the effect of,
you said Feliz Navidad.
I said Feliz Navidad this afternoon. Correct. And then after that, what I said was, if we can come together and teach people new things and open more minds and raise discussions about important things in the world, not just woo-woo, not just paranormal, but really give people that safe space to open their minds a little bit and educate and learn ourselves, isn't it just worth it? It's just wonderful.
I think so.
Yeah. So
at any rate, congratulations to you. And thanks for listening in tonight. And check out our podcast this week coming out. It will be the first of 2 parts with Damon and Sue and Dennis from a week or so ago. So that'll be coming out. And the next week, don't forget, on Wednesday, Gina Koch will be joining us. It's going to be crazy. You don't want to miss out on that.
Cannot wait for this. This is going to be a really epic night. Really good.
All right. Until next time, bye, everybody.
Bye.